There was a student who once said, "I am still young, I have plenty of time." But just 4 years later, he graduated, and all his friends had skills and direction. While he was still confused, not knowing what he was good at, he realized, youth seems long, but in fact, it is very short. Have you ever thought, if today were your last day, what would you do? Time is the most equal asset. Everyone has 24 hours, but the way we use it differently creates two different lives. Let's learn today's lesson, the value of time. Part 1. Ways we waste time. Story 1. A young person spends the whole day binge watching Korean dramas. When you ask him if he remembers the plot, he stammers, only recalling the handsome male lead. And when you ask, "So, what did you learn for your life today?" he cannot answer. Fable. There was a man who was given a glass jar, inside which were 365 marbles, symbolizing 365 days in a year. Every day, he took one out. At the end of the year, he looked at the empty jar and realized, time passes, and it never comes back. Lesson. Many people do not notice, but every time you spend 3 meaningless hours on social media, you have lost 3 marbles of your life. Part 2. Why we must cherish time. Story to the patient. A cancer patient once said, "I would give up all my money just to live one more healthy day." At that moment, we understand, time is more valuable than money. Story 3. The rich. Bill Gates once said, the only thing he cannot buy is time. Money can multiply, but time cannot. Fable of the sand. There was a person holding a handful of sand. The tighter he held it, the faster the sand fell. Time is the same. You cannot hold it, but you can use it to build a castle, or let it fall away meaninglessly. Lesson. When we realize time is finite, we truly begin to live meaningfully. Part 3. How to use time effectively. Story for the successful person. A Vietnamese student studying abroad in the U.S. initially had poor English and was looked down upon by his peers. He spent 2 hours each day reading books and practicing speaking. After 3 years, he became the valedictorian of his economics major. When asked for his secret, he replied, "I just used my free time a little differently than others." Story 5. The small rule. Edison, the famous inventor, once said, "I never let a day go by without learning something new." Thanks to this, he left behind thousands of inventions that changed humanity. Lesson. You don't need to change your whole life in one day. Just spend 30 minutes each day on self-improvement. After a year, you will be completely different. Fable of the hourglass. Someone asked the god of time, "Why did you create the hourglass?" The god replied, "To remind you that each grain of sand falling is a second passing. When the sand runs out, life also comes to an end."
Time waits for no one, but time will return to you exactly what you have used it for. Start from today. Turn off your phone for a while. Read a page of a book, call a loved one. Because youth passes very quickly, and one day you will realize nothing is more precious than time.